Welcome everyone to class. We want to believe that you're having a very nice period as part of this program. Please, if there are difficulties and challenges, don't forget to reach out to the facilitator. In this class, we want to focus on public relations in extension services. We want to also go further to discuss the aims and functional areas of public relations in extension services. Let's start up with public relations in extension services. When we discuss public relations, we are looking at a management function which involves the understanding and influencing of the perceptions held of an organization as well as establishment and maintenance of goodwill and mutual understanding between an organization and its stakeholders. What we are saying here is that public relations, first of all, is a management function. We need to please emphasize that again, that you don't give novice, you don't give individuals who are not professionals the rule of public relations. And then what public relations seeks to do is to ensure that there is a clear understanding and then also make efforts to influence the perception which the larger society possibly holds regarding the extension organization. Public relations would go further to maintain goodwill and mutual understanding between organization and its stakeholders. Using extension as an example, extension public relations will target ensuring that there is a good relationship, there is mutual understanding, there is no lack of trust between extension service and the farmers as well as the research institutes. Other organizations that may be stakeholders in the agricultural extension sector will also include the Ministry of Agriculture and other international development agencies. Public relations, as we try to define it now, is the art and science of analyzing trends, predicting their consequences, counseling organization leaders, and implementing planned programs. It's therefore clear that any organization must, in fact, every organization must be involved in public relations. What public relations does is to analyze trends, take a look at events, how the organization has fared over a long period of time, look at areas where people may have laid one complaint or the other about the organization. So they analyze those trends, look at the response of the organization towards previous complaints and how people reacted to such responses. Then they also go into predicting the consequences. Of course, you know that it's the analysis of trends that gives us a deeper, further look into the future, into consequences. They are also meant to advise managers. The image of the organization, the response of management will always flow from the advice they secure via public relation. Now, class, you know that we've had certain experiences in this nation, Nigeria, which were indications of very poor public relations. Of course, we're just coming out from the experience of a company wherein a customer reviewed the product and then the company would go all out, to seek for justice. Some persons have had their own views and their own perception as to what should have been done. Some persons think that instead of taking the reviewer to court and threatening the reviewer, the company would have seen a way of talking to the reviewer seen a way of possibly convincing the reviewer to the point of making her an ambassador of the company, a kind of representative. But that's by the way. That's by the way. Let's discuss the aims of public relations. What has public relations come to do? The aims of public relations would include basically to influence others on the reasonableness of a perspective of a group. Yeah, we're talking about extension. Now, what public relation would do is that through information, through dialogue and exchange of ideas, they would influence the perception of others regarding extension. Basically, public relations will help management to keep informed on and then be responsive to public opinions. Currently, there is the new idea of having all PAs on social media, having PAs on what we call new media. These are all efforts by management to ensure that they are well informed and then they are responsive. Public relations also helps to establish and maintain mutual lines of communication as well as acceptance and cooperation between an organization and its public. Also, as part of the deeds of the public relations helps management to keep abreast of changes in the environment. Then we want to basically now summarize by saying that the purpose of PR endeavor. Thank you again for your time. That's where we end this particular session. We'll continue in the next class as we look at the functional areas of PR and then public relations practice, the principles, and then finally the role of the extension supervisor as a PR coordinator. Thank you.